Welcome, Cinepals. I'm Jabby Kuwait, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
We are continuing forward with Derry Girls Season 3, Episode 2. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, you will see a cut-down version of our reaction because we can only show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKuwait, or become a member of this channel where you'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3-2-1 countdown sync, and it'll be like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, you know what to do. You guys know what to do. All right, let's jump into this.
Every voucher entitles you to a free item of makeup, a lip liner, a mascara. Derry! But if we were to head up to town, we'd buy the disguises.
Oh my God.
No chance, Derry!
Derry!
Your friend, Derry!
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 Was someone calling?
Hot water's gone again.
That bloody boy!
I have to ring the plumber. Mom, have you seen my fountain? We're talking about free makeup here, Mary.
Oh my God, this is chaos.
Will you all just please shut up? I am sick of the fact that I am responsible for everything in this house. You useless date. I'm going to go upstairs and have a long hot soak in the bath.
They're not hot
And
water?
I do not want disturbed. Is that understood?
There's no hot water.
Thanks almighty. Mike? Where's Steve? Oh, Jesus Christ. If I've left him on the bus again, my man's going to go nuts. Bye,
Oh my God.
Bye,
Is it Will Smith? Like Fresh
Fresh Prince? Yeah.
Is that what that's about?
Maybe, yeah.
They're off their tits on lemon sherbet. Seriously, between them and Marcel Marceau over here. What are you doing for children in need? I might cut my hair. Starting Kevin, I made a shit ton of machine on it last year, and I'm trying to save for a holiday, so you can't keep the money, Michelle. You have to give it to the charity. I passed. What are you on about?
My driving test, I passed.
You're doing your driving test?
It's literally all I've talked about for weeks.
Jesus Christ, James. There's only so many ways I can say this. We don't listen to you.
The winner will get a chance to perform their song live on TV. What about that now?
Jesus, I need some excitement.
You call for a plumber?
Need somebody.
Oh my God.
You're the plumber.
That's right.
You're not the usual fella.
Frankie, no. Unfortunately, Frankie passed away.
Happy days.
Happy days.
I'm Mary, and this is my husband, oh, God.
Christ, but you're a fine-looking
Emily Bronte. Wow, what a genius.
You've read it?
It's like my favorite novel. It's so romantic.
I wouldn't really. I've only started. I don't.
All that forbidden desire.
Oh God.
Mary tells us you've just moved here, Gabriel.
We separated. It was hard for my daughter.
You left your daughter behind.
Yeah.
That must be tough, son.
It's a privilege, Joe.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle's gonna like him.
This is Gabriel, our new plumber. This is our daughter, Erin. Well, hello there.
Erin. And what age are you?
Oh my God.
Not 5?
He's definitely babying his 12-year-old, or his daughter rather.
How many times do I have to explain it? It is 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. It can't be any something. What the?
I think the first bit's pretty good.
First, let's shake there. You don't think you're being electrocuted, and what the do you think you're doing? Clear the hack up?
Come on, Mary.
Gabriel.
No one needs to find out. You call me when you change your mind.
When? You're sure of yourself? Mary, I've got a bit of a vegetable situation going on here. I'm coming.
Do you feel like she misread the situation?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny how her expression.
Oh, Christ, here we go. Screwdriver.
Oh, she can't talk. Right.
Bag Fanny?
Just write it down.
Get off of there, the map! He was whispering things to you, you know.
Suggestive things. My ma. He was coming on to my ma. How's rehearsals going, Derry?
They're all gonna get sick.
Having dinner, Sarah? Why not? Well, firstly, it's because of Ali Malay. Where? Eileen Rafferty turned 50, so she's having this party.
Eileen Rafferty turned 50 last year, did she not?
I will, if you let me finish. She's having this party for her mother.
Did her mother not pass away there?
Being such a dimwit, like she's on top of all of it.
Is Eileen not teetotal, Mary?
Oh my God, well, how do you know so much about Eileen Rafferty? What are your stalkers?
If a woman's 50 and there's not a wrinkle on her, I take an interest, Mary.
Well, she'll be on the Fanta Orange. There's my taxi. See you later.
Fanta Orange?
It's an address. Do you think it's his address? I have to get to the bottom of this. That's halfway up Pump Street. James can drive now. He doesn't have a car. Your dad does.
Ooh.
Couldn't he speed up a wee bit?
No, I couldn't.
Are we even moving?
I simply will not negotiate when it comes to road safety.
Oh, I was like Ross and Friends.
He's alone. None.
She's in there.
There.
Oh, wow.
It just looks like something, right?
I would assume, but I don't know. I mean, she's at the plumber's house with drinking wine, so.
Once you've bought the ticket, you've donated to the charity. You don't actually have to sit through this ordeal.
Our girl's a performer.
And?
Sister Michael, you're needed backstage ASAP, over.
Sorry, just let me deal with this.
But I won't do that.
Sorry, release. Gabriel, it's yourself?
I hope you don't mind me gate crashing. Mary mentioned it. I thought the little one might enjoy it.
Mind, not at all. Why would I mind?
Please welcome to the stage Aaron, Orla, Claire, Michelle, and Jay!
Well, Peter, they are English, but we still like them. They're also probably better known by their nicknames.
Which are, and I think that's just
They're not doing Spice Girls, are they?
Ginger, baby, sporty, scary.
Yep, Spice Girls.
Are they good? How are they good?
Oh, she likes him?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Can't get out of character. And they had it won.
Aaron, love, what's wrong? Oh, do you, Aaron, love me? I'm sorry? I know about you and Gabriel. What?
What?
Claire heard you arranging your dirty little rendezvous. All right, Mary, how's it going? Admit it, Gabriel, you're just a pervert with a jazzy Gilbert map in it. I've never been to his house. We know you, Mommy. Stop lying. I'm not having an affair with Gabriel.
Just tell them the truth, Mary.
Oh, should she now? You absolute bastard! Prick!
Damn, Jerry.
If one of you doesn't hit the other one soon!
Jesus Christ! He told me that he was taking these night classes in English literature. He wants his year degree. He convinced me to come along and check it out. That house was the tutor's house to Aaron. Why were you drinking wine, Mommy? Because everybody was drinking wine.
I don't understand why you wouldn't just tell me. Why the hell should you have to tell you?
Dad, please.
Suppose a control freak, Mary. No wonder you had an affair.
The idea that someone like me could go back to school. The idea that someone like me might even go to university. Well, it didn't seem possible.
There's nothing you can't do, love. Nothing.
Why could you, Mommy? I wanted to be the first person in my family to go to university.
Oh, gosh, she's got the best facial expressions.
And Claire.
She hasn't got a note in her head. Looks like a speeding notice.
Speeding notice.
No, it's the opposite of a speeding notice. It says our car was driving dangerously slowly over Craigavon Bridge on Tuesday night.
Uh-oh.
Are you having an affair? Is that what's going on here? Let's go.
I was like, what did they put it together? Because Tuesday was when she was out. They saw her at his house.
They said that they went there to follow her. So, I mean, yeah. Made for a funny punchline.
No, I love how at the end, Aaron was still indignant, even though, like, all the matter had been cleared up. There's no affair going on. It's just, how could you, Mammy? The way she contorts her face is one of my favorite things.
And Claire, too.
Yeah, her and Claire, like, the expressions that they have is so awesome. When Claire was on the stairway and she saw Aaron's mom talking, just like, her face of suspicion was so classic.
Yeah, no, when Claire also said, too, when she said, Claire heard you, she's like, hi, Mary. Mary is obviously more of a side character, so usually the focus is usually more on the Derry girls. I like that this episode actually focused on Mary. Like, we got to see things a lot more from her perspective and say, like, she has a lot to deal with when it comes to the cooking, when it comes to just dealing with all sides of the family. And I mean, she does a lot in the household, feeling the weight of all that. Okay, this is a little too much like to deal with right now. I'm dealing with my sister with the vouchers. I'm dealing with the hot boiler. I'm dealing with this and with the fountain pen. And that's an understandable trait. Like the mother, in a family, in a household, takes care of a lot of the stuff. So like, I thought that they really conveyed that very well. It's like, hey, I'd like to do other things. And obviously I want to take care of the family, but there's other things I'd like to do with my life as well.
That's actually a very 90s sitcom trope, I feel like. We see that in a lot of sitcoms where the mom eventually is just kind of fed up. Like, I feel like I had to have seen that in Family Matters. The Steve Urkel show, if you guys aren't familiar with it.
I do that?
Yeah, I feel like I had to have seen that there or somewhere else. A couple of different shows where the mom is like, you know what, I'm done with this. Y'all cook. You do the laundry.
Yeah.
You figure it out. And the whole house falls apart.
Yeah.
And the husband comes crawling back like, please, 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 I apologize, etc., etc. But yeah, I mean, it was nice to see it in this instance as well because it was played for laughs in a very fun way. Remarking about the fact that moms have a lot of responsibilities and it can be overwhelming, but what was cool was it was followed up with Jerry. I mean, it's not surprising that he would be supportive. It was surprising how quickly he was supportive given the circumstances, that he was just coming out of the thinking that she was cheating on him.
Yeah.
You know?
But also seeing his anger, I'm like, I mean, like, if this would have happened in season 1, obviously he would have been disappointed and sad, but like, just seeing how much crap that Joe has put on him, like, has brought his anger level to a different point, perspective of just like letting out some rage, because that's not the Jerry that I'm used to seeing, at least from season 1, or like early parts of season 2. So we've seen him grow in that perspective of letting himself like be known in terms of how he really feels, not like being shat on, if you will. So
I really enjoyed the moment when the grandpa was like, if one of you doesn't hit him, if one of you doesn't hit each other, I'm gonna knock you both out. You know, in LA, it seems like fights break out pretty quickly. And I remember being in London on this train, and this guy was like, "You pushed me." "No, I didn't." No, I didn't. You pushed me. And then, like, it escalated and escalated. I got excited. I'm like, oh my God, a fight's about to break out. And I'm watching, and they're just very stuffy with each other. Just, and like, with not words, just sounds. And like, kind of just, their feathers are ruffled as they look at each other. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did they fight?
They had a staring off contest.
Yeah, and then eventually they kind of migrated away from each other. I'm like, golly, this is boring.
Such a build-up for nothing.
Yeah.
But
no, with the grandpa, it's just like expressing it out loud is like, that's exactly how I would have felt in that same moment, because they're just like, not actually going for a strike.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Brady Bunch movie?
Whoa. Yeah, my uncle was in that movie.
Well, was he in that one?
Yeah, David Proval.
No, I know who he is, but I don't remember. I mean,
He's the electrician guy.
Oh yeah. Hey, little girl.
Yeah, that's him.
Don't touch the little room. Yeah. No. I know who he is. I just forgot he was in that part. Damn. How did I forget he was in that part? There's the talent show that they have afterwards because they have to win the $20,000 to save the house. But this talent show, I mean, because again, this takes place. That movie was released in 1995. This one, I mean, again, I believe the time period is 95, 96, so it makes sense. Like the whole talent show and all that just really brought me back, like visually brought me back. Right when they came out and dressed or were talking about who they were going to do, it was like, this is Spice Girls. Like, I remember in the mid 90s, late 90s, everyone was into Spice Girls. It was
they had a Spice movie.
Spice World.
That's right. I want to know from the audience, how many of you guys love James? I know that he's being dunked on because he represents the English.
Yeah.
And it's like it's fun to clown him and whatever. And I wondered, I might be thinking way too hard about this. Him being made to be a girl and dress in drag was sort of a way to further clown the English, or if it was just, it's just James, he's a boy, they got to make the Spice Girls thing work, and it'd be funny to see him dressed up as one of the Spice Girls.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little combination of both.
I have no idea if any of you would know that, because they mentioned in the show, like, they're English, but we still love them, the Spice Girls. I'm like, okay, how many of you guys feel that way about James? His character has some shining moments throughout the show. Like, the end of last season, for instance, was really strong, and he was killing it on that stage. Like, with the dancing and everything, I was like, whoa, he's, like, super into it.
And you got the attraction of one of those, Jenny's friend with the glasses.
That's right.
So, this episode was also a good lesson in do not ever let Sarah cook. I mean, she was defrosting food with that. What was she using?
She was using a hair dryer.
A hair dryer? Oh,
Yeah.
a blow dryer? Oh my goodness gracious! That looked like food poisoning ready to happen right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was beef, they'd probably be all right. But the fact that it was, oh my God, you know what I just realized? Claire was wearing the rainbow wristbands. I was like, huh, interesting. She's wearing rainbow wristbands, which also happens to be the symbol of LGBTQ. That's interesting. I forgot that she's a lesbian. Subplot or whatever, that aspect of her character's kind of dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's going to come back in at some point. But I just connected the dots, I realized just now. The chicken on that plate, like you said, that was basically raw. If it was beef, I'd be less worried. It wasn't even cooked. If I'm eating chicken like at a restaurant and it feels even slightly undercooked, I just get wigged out. I send it back. I'm like, I just can't. It makes me feel like I'm gonna get sick.
That's why I always say, well done, please, if I get anything cooked.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with jumping to conclusions, I feel like that's a tropey thing. We kind of felt it was obvious that...
You've already adopted the word. It's already being used.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of felt like it was obvious that they're just making it seem so obvious that there is an affair going on, but the whole point of the lesson is, like, don't always jump to conclusions type of thing. So, like, hash it out, communicate with someone to find out, like, what is going on before you jump to conclusions.
I'm really worried because this is 2 strong episodes back to back. And I'm like, at some point, that other shoe's gonna drop. And, like, there's gotta be a bad episode. Not that any episodes are bad from Derry Girls. Some are just not as strong as, like, the others. And so I'm wondering when, like, we're gonna get that episode that's just not quite as strong. These first 2 were quite fun. So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jabby Kaway. This is
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Peace out.